It's Fusion Radio with Flying B, man. Every Saturday, man, we have some really dope guests on this station, man. And got another dope one online with you, man. His name is KingDarius TheGreat. Welcome to Fusion Radio, family.
Man, what's going on? Brian Stinson, man. I appreciate Fusion Radio having me today.
No doubt, man. Excited about getting into it, all about your movement, man. So this name, KingDarius TheGreat, man, what's the story behind it?
So, there was actually a king named KingDarius TheGreat. It's King Darius the First. They make reference to him actually in the Bible a couple times. He's a Persian king, and he was responsible for bringing civilization to that particular area of the world. You know, he just any kind of system of putting things together properly. Just anything that brought civilization to the area, he's responsible for. So I feel like, also with that, he is forgotten in history. So I feel like with a lot of things that I've done in my career and being a person that paved the way for a lot of artists out of the area that I'm in and kind of being swept under the rug, so to speak, it kind of just goes hand in hand. And my first name is actually Darius, so it all made sense.
So let's go back to where you hail from. Originally, it's Illinois. What part of Illinois? And then talk about the transition from Illinois to Atlanta now.
Right. So I was definitely out on the south side, Inglewood area in Chicago, and spent a lot of time in the northwest suburbs up there as well. Then I migrated down to Atlanta, north side, which is Marietta, and the transition was definitely a huge one, but it was one that was necessary. I was able to achieve a lot of things without a lot of other distractions that come with being back home. So I was able to kind of, focus on my craft a lot more. And also I was able to network a lot better and got into the music industry and things, the rest has been history.
So what's your favorite part of living in Atlanta now?
I think the best part about it is the networking. Able to network with other artists, other individuals within the industry that have other roles. A lot of things of that nature. You're able to get with others and progress within your own career. Whereas a lot of other areas, it's a lot of envy and jealousy and kind of like borderline hatred for whatever reason. But I think a lot of areas can learn from Atlanta in a sense of networking, and that would be great for all parties involved.
Give me a little background information on who you are as an artist in person.
So as an artist and person, it pretty much goes hand in hand. I would say as a person, I'm a little bit more introverted. But obviously as an artist, I'm a lot more vocal and extroverted in that sense. And particularly, I like to highlight a lot of situations that normally don't get talked about within our society, things of that nature. Things as being aboriginals to the land of America. I like to highlight things that is going on in the dark, such as certain like sex trafficking and things of that nature. Things that people are scared to attack. I like to attack it on track, on record. And I do it in a very savvy way to where you're still vibing and you're still enjoying the music, but you're learning something as well.
One of the singles that you dropped by with me, man, that showcases your dopeness, man. You got to tell me about the feature on this single, man, because it's really dope how you guys collaborated. It's called For the Town. Talk to me about For the Town and then talk about the collaboration.
Yeah, For the Town. For the Town is a very, very high energy record. Has a lot of violins in it as well, man. It's a very, very infectious hook on there. And myself and the featured artist, Boo Stiller, we provided some phenomenal bars, because we big on bars. Boo Stiller's up there from Chicago as well. Great friend of mine. We actually came up together, grew up together and what have you, and stayed in touch over the years. And, he's transitioned into a phenomenal artist himself. So it was only right, man, to take it back to the roots on this one, and I'm glad I did. I think I chose a phenomenal partner for the record, and it came out really dope, man, and I hope the public feels the same way.
Now, where can people go support it, man? Check it out, take a listen to it.
So most definitely, you can all go to Apple Music and grab that, iTunes. You can get it on Spotify. You can get it on Deezer, Tidal, pretty much all digital platforms has the record currently. So we definitely appreciate y'all. You know, go ahead and stream that guy a few times, and pass it on to your mama and your daddy and your brother and your sister and the whole fam, please.
I'm Gucci Louis down to my socks, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do it for the crown, need my spot, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit the interstate, up the cop, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do it for the town, reach the top, yeah. I'm bucking, like for the system, I gotta get it. I'm hustling, I need that paper, I need that spinach. She love me, I educate her, she love my image, yeah. Do it for the town, reach the top, yeah, yeah, yeah. That of me, how can he mob deep like Prodigy? Y'all came from with my protege, how the f*** y'all think you can fuck with me? Gas pack with that gas mask, premium in my gas can. Made you look when you smell the kush, sit the wine glass on her ass. Tips and twerk, put it on my shirt like drink, baby get this work. Do it for them dollars, make them niggas holler. She bring it back to daddy, I put that on my mama. Do it for the town, reach the top, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm Gucci Louis down to my socks, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do it for the crown, need my spot, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit the interstate, cop, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do it for the town, reach the top, yeah. I'm bucking like the system, I gotta get it. I'm hustling, I need that paper, I need that spinach. She love me, I educate her, she love my image, yeah. Do it for the town, reach the top, yeah, yeah.
I'm popping on all different levels. When I talk, shorty dig me like a shovel. Pull up crispy cause it's levels. When it come to income, I got several. Thumbing through all these racks. I'm a big dog like Shaq. Chris Paul behind the back, but I'm Paul George when I flex. I took your girl out of flex. Now her bottoms is red. Gucci G on the spread, even through Gucci on her head. Go tell them other niggas trying to holler at you, they dead. When I come in the crib, I smack you on your ass, you jump in that bed. Yeah.
Gucci Louis down to my socks, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do it for the crown, need my spot, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit the interstate, the cop, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do it for the town, reach the top, yeah. I'm bucking like the system, I gotta get it. I'm hustling, I need that paper, I need that spinach. Yo, love me, I educate her, she love my image, yeah. Do it for the town, reach the top, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fusion Radio at Flying B. KingDarius TheGreat is my guest today, this afternoon. From a production standpoint, what do you look for when you're choosing and creating your music?
So I've worked with a few producers over the years, and mainly I just look for whatever you're good at as a producer. I just want you to be the best at that particular thing that you do when you link with me. And I feel like I can bring a lot out of producers as well. I've done that. So I'm not too picky when it comes to sound per se. I just want them to be as passionate as I am during the recording process. And as long as that passion is shared, we'll have a great, phenomenal product that'll come out.
Now, you got a lot of dope accomplishments that you run through in this bio that you sent me, man. I want you to share some of them accomplishments and what each one of them meant to you.
Most definitely. So I started out in the group called Seaside, and we had a song called MySpace Freak, and it got a lot of attention. You know, this was back prior to the game going digital, so we were like the first artists to promote music digitally through a platform on the internet. And it just took off overnight, man. Like, you know, very organic, and just took off. And we ended up getting Jazzy Faye on the record, got a record deal, and that was awesome. We had a follow-up record called Boyfriend Girlfriend featuring Keisha Cole. That actually charted on the Billboard. Shot a great video in Venice Beach. You know, all of this can be looked up on Google and YouTube. Videos are still up. So that was a great experience. And I've also had an opportunity to write for other artists, a number of other artists, including one of my favorite of all time, Lil Wayne. So, you know, to be able to write for one of your, you know, mentors coming up musically is pretty dope. I've also had an opportunity to work with Flo Rida, even Mike Jones from back in the day. He's still around. Just, you know, I get into the pen side of the game real heavily. I also write R&B as well, and pretty much any other genre that's going to pay me to do it, number one. But, you know, I can get into that. So it's pretty cool.
So you got those dope accomplishments, man. What's on the way for you for the rest of 2020, man? Some things we can look forward to outside of the single.
Yeah, so outside of the single, I have a full-length project called Make America More Again. And the whole theme of the album is just knowing oneself and who one really is, you know, becoming one with the universe and the whole nine. And I just bring all of those aspects into one body of work. And, you know, I almost call it like scrolls from the ancestors, you know, and I'm just speaking through, you know, they're using me to speak. And I think it comes out in a very, very, very resonating way. So you can look forward to that most definitely. That's my main thing and main priority at this point. And I'm almost finished. So bear with me, but you guys can enjoy a couple of these singles in the meantime. But yes, the album is on the way.
Well, congratulations on that, man. Look forward to definitely hearing it, man. From a standpoint of social media, man, how can people stay in tune with you, man, support you and everything social media-wise?
Most definitely. So on Instagram, you can reach me at King_Darius, 1ST. That's KING_DARIUS, the number 1ST. On Facebook, I am Darius the King. And on Twitter, you can follow me at FirstKing_Darius. Same way as the Instagram, just first in front. So, yep, y'all can reach me on all those platforms. I actually run my social media, so it's not like you're talking to a robot or anything. So, you know, any features out there, y'all want to holler at me, let's get it. We can make something happen. And let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'm looking forward to the remainder of this year. I know it's been a lot going on, but we all just got to stay positive and know that our reality is what we make of it.
Continued success on all your endeavors, man. It was a pleasure spending a little time with you today on Fusion Radio, man. And, man, once again, all the best to you.
Man, Brian Stinson, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Shout out to Fusion Radio for having me. Let's get it.